DC is destroyed. The whole multiverse. Only two motherfuckers is this god bitch, which is supposed to be narrative, and her ass, Drummer. Drummer, which this is her real name, Jaquita Wagner, her ass tried to attempt to achieve authorship, but for a single factor, you have succeeded. She succeeded this shit, as you can see. And all she is just a reader of DC. And her ass been reading and been inside of DC, surviving all the crises and shit. At this moment right now, it's only 2 stories in existence. Every other you have forced to a finale. Her ass shot this fucking gun and it destroyed the whole multiverse. Not that fucking dumbass map y'all be seeing of fucking DC all the time. The multiverse is a fucking snowflake, and it's like 1,000, 100,000, 87 and some fucking thousand fucking universes and shit. She destroyed all that shit. So at this moment right now, her ass on authority of authorship. So her ass said the story isn't the telling. Now take a deep breath. I want to tell you 3 things I can see as we see what's up with Lucius Fox, his son, Batwing, and fucking Batwoman. Lucius Fox is at the end of his days and shit. And he's talking about the shit that he regrets and don't regret. Like basically he want to spend more time with his family. We see fucking Batwing in the future. He's still worried about extra dimensional threats and shit. Batwoman is fighting the last night. The Black Batman, that's Duke, y'all know Duke Signal ass. It's fucking Batman's Robin, that basically Batman through the day. His ass become fucking Batman in the future in a different timeline. And he go around killing other Batman and shit. His ass cold. Him and her fucking fought to the death. She brings them to the literal blank page, like a page that's white as hell. That's where they're at right now. Because everything you know is burning. Every universe, every story, every beginning, every ending. Right now, she has held the narrative as long as she could, keeping your last moments from the flame. As you see her as using her last moments to do that. She's dying. I have lost so many friends before you, and I cannot bear to do so again. She gave they ass the power of authorship. She said, like Jaquita, you think of yourself as the subject of the book, but you are your own author. Write a better ending. As her ass used her last power to fucking give them narrative, to give them a little piece of the story to fucking change all this shit. So they could bring back what's left of the story to their universe, or they gonna end up dead. And so I can feel her, Jaquita. The story's calling us together. Only one thing we can do then. These motherfuckers goes to DC's version of the House of Ideas. All these, this is the library. They call it the Cosmic Library. Jaquita, which is Drummer, she was like, no, absolutely not. Carrier, get your ass back here and put this back to rights. Talking about that girl that just used herself to fucking bring them here. Lucius is like, she's dead, Jaquita. She used every little bit of herself to make sure we made it this far, to try to wake you up to the truth. She's like, I was a historian before your universe even existed. I have seen the 196,833 growing corners of the story generation energy. That's how much fucking universes it is in the DC universe. And right now, she want to execute the Cosmic Library. What the fuck kind of truth do you think you have to teach me? As they asked us, she's talking about, I'm finna teach you truth. She said, well, let's start with the fact that you just did a little evil monologue, which means you're really screwed. Because me and him, we're superheroes. They boot up with her ass. You see Lucius in the back with the bat wings, right? He throw them bitches at her. Blah! Bitch blow up. She come out that motherfucker super fast because she got speed force, right? Batwoman crack her ass. Tell me, my fault faster. She's like, did you just punch me? Bitch, headbutt the fuck out of her ass. Tell me, you're hilarious. Don't you see how reductive this all is? Is she fucking speeds up on, you see how fast she speeded up on his ass? Then slammed the shit out of him. Talking about, you want to argue might makes right with someone so powerful? Your own multiversal structure couldn't even fucking kill me. Motherfucker Lucius is like, I want you to prove your damn point already. The universe is violent and chaotic and the subject to change at any moment. Fine, do better. Take this hacking plot it gave you, burn it down and start again. Or don't. And look at the only people in this whole cosmos who still care about you while you crush the life out of them. Go ahead. Do it with your own 2 hands. As she lifting Batwing up in the air and shit with 1 hand. Somewhere halfway through the most brutal scream of her life, Jaquita Wagner realized the truth. She drops his ass. As for what came next, that she would struggle to explain for the rest of her life. Here's the best she could do. There came a point of her life where it became abundantly clear that she was no longer the hero. And though she never much believed in heroes, Jaquita Wagner found herself troubled by the thought more than she could say. In the moment of realization, she had to choose between being a villain or being a narrator. And for the first time in a long, angry mourning cry of a life, what she chose felt right as her ass started to fucking write on this book. and you see they ass looking like they fucking disappearing and shit. She writes the Outsider's book, which is you reading right now, me and you reading. Carrier came back and she's like, man, thank you. It's nice for you to be here at the end. She's like, oh, Jaquita, 11 issues and a half dozen realities. Do you really know? You really knew better than that. So they go back to the start of the last issue, right? And whatever she did to that book, she changed things. What she changed was the bullet that she used to destroy the whole multiverse. She never fired it. She fired herself instead. So it's over with. The Secret Crisis, that's how they stopped it. 2 months later, right, we meet up with Batwoman talking with Lucius Fox's son, Batwing. I be always forgetting his goddamn name. Luke Fox. So if you've been reading this book, they've been introducing us to Century Babies. Well, I'm going to do a video on one of them later. I forgot I didn't do a video on her. But yeah, they trying to figure out what they're going to do with the fucking Century Babies. And he want to make another Outsiders team, but more with authority to it. So as they still talking, we go out, we zoom out until we see the damn multiverse again, that damn snowflake at the bottom. And we meet up with Jaquita again. She's talking about it's never the end of the story. She finally put their book in the Cosmic Library. She was talking about the fact that when she was in these halls, she always believed the creator was here. She never once imagined it be a reader. She never once imagined it to be her. She takes this planetary book. She never really imagined at all, really. She opens the planetary book. There was never a person who needed a library more. She was like, oh, there you are. She talking about all of her people. They fucking got erased when her ass got erased and she ended up entering the DC universe and shit. All this went down in that issue 11 of The Outsiders. I hope this ain't the fucking last issue. If y'all want to know more about Jaquita's backstory, aka Drummer, you gotta go read issue 7 of this shit. Also, for you motherfuckers that's not interested in the new Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman they kept showing in the other universe, that shit is canon. So you're gonna have to read that shit. It's coming out real soon in October. The Absolute Universe, yeah, it's gonna be 2 distinctive narratives that form one colossal story. Comes out in October. Don't miss it.